Vladimir Lyakhov was a Soviet cosmonaut who was born on July 20, 1941, in the Russian city of Antratsyt. He is best known for his contributions to the Soviet space program, where he participated in several manned space missions. Lyakhov began his career in the Soviet Air Force, where he flew MiG-21 fighter planes. In 1967, he was selected for the Soviet Cosmonaut program, and he went on to participate in several space missions. One of Lyakhov's most notable missions was Soyuz 32, which launched on February 25, 1979. Lyakhov served as the commander of the mission, which was the first joint mission between the Soviet Union and Poland. During the mission, Lyakhov and his Polish counterpart conducted experiments and research in the fields of astrophysics and space medicine. Lyakhov also participated in several missions to the Salyut space station, including Salyut 6 EO-1 and Salyut 6 EO-3. During these missions, he conducted experiments in the fields of space medicine, astrophysics, and materials science. In total, Lyakhov spent over 333 days in space, which is the third highest total among Soviet cosmonauts. He retired from the Soviet space program in 1992 and went on to work in the aerospace industry. Lyakov passed away on April 19, 2018, at the age of 76. Vladimir Lyakhov was a Soviet cosmonaut who was born on July 20, 1941, in the Russian city of Antratsyt. He is best known for his contributions to the Soviet space program, where he participated in several manned space missions. Lyakov began his career in the Soviet Air Force, where he flew MiG-21 fighter planes. In 1967, he was selected for the Soviet Cosmonaut program, and he went on to participate in several space missions. One of Lyakhov's most notable missions was Soyuz 32, which launched on February 25, 1979. Lyakov served as the commander of the mission, which was the first joint mission between the Soviet Union and Poland. During the mission, Lyakov and his Polish counterpart conducted experiments and research in the fields of astrophysics and space medicine. Lyakov also participated in several missions to the Salyut space station, including Salyut 6 EO-1 and Salyut 6 EO-3. During these missions, he conducted experiments in the fields of space medicine, astrophysics, and materials science. In total, Lyakov spent over 333 days in space, which is the third highest total among Soviet cosmonauts. He retired from the Soviet space program in 1992 and went on to work in the aerospace industry. Lyakov passed away on April 19, 2018, at the age of 76. Vladimir Lyakhov's space career spanned over 2 decades, during which he participated in 5 space missions. He was selected for the Soviet Cosmonaut program in 1967 and completed his basic training in 1969. Lyakhov's first space mission was Soyuz 32, launched on February 25, 1979, where he served as the commander of the spacecraft. The mission was the first joint mission between the Soviet Union and Poland, and during their 8-day stay in space, Lyakov and his Polish counterpart conducted various scientific experiments. Lyakhov's next mission was Salyut 6 EO-1, launched on December 10, 1979. During the mission, he and his crewmate, Valery Ryumin, conducted various scientific experiments and also performed repairs on the space station systems. Lyakhov's third space mission was Soyuz T-9, launched on June 27, 1983. During the mission, he and his crewmates, including Afghan cosmonaut Abdul Ahad Momind, conducted experiments in space medicine and materials science. Lyakhov's fourth mission was Salyut 7 EO-1, launched on April 19, 1984. During the mission, he and his crewmate, Alexander Alexandrov, conducted various scientific experiments and performed repairs on the space station systems. Lyakhov's final space mission was Salyut 6 EO-3, launched on June 27, 1985. During the mission, he and his crewmate, Alexander Pavlovich Alexandrov, conducted experiments in space medicine and astrophysics. In addition to his space missions, Lyakov also served as a backup crew member for several missions, including Soyuz 35, Soyuz T-5, and Soyuz T-8. Lyakhov's contributions to the Soviet space program were significant, and he received numerous awards and honors for his work, including the title of Hero of the Soviet Union, the Order of Lenin, and the Order of the Red Star. In addition to his contributions to the Soviet space program, Vladimir Lyakhov was also involved in various aspects of the Soviet aviation industry. He served as the chief pilot of the Lee Flight Research Institute and as the deputy chief of the Soviet Air Force Flight Training Center. After retiring from the Soviet space program in 1992, Lyakov continued to work in the aerospace industry. He served as the director of the Cosmonaut Training Center in Star City and was involved in the development of Russia's new manned spacecraft, the Soyuz TMA. Lyakhov was known for his professionalism, dedication, and his ability to work well with his crewmates. He was also admired for his calm demeanor and his ability to remain focused under pressure, qualities that were particularly important in the high-stress environment of spaceflight. Despite his significant contributions to the Soviet space program, Lyakhov remained relatively unknown outside of the aerospace community. However, his legacy lives on as one of the pioneers of human spaceflight and as a symbol of the dedication and sacrifice of the cosmonauts who risked their lives in the pursuit of scientific knowledge and exploration. In addition to his spaceflight and aviation achievements, Vladimir Lyakhov was also an accomplished athlete. He was a skilled skier and was part of the Soviet national ski team in the 1960s. Lyakhov's athleticism was one of the factors that helped him pass the physical requirements for the cosmonaut program. During his spaceflight missions, Lyakhov conducted a wide range of scientific experiments in fields such as space medicine, astrophysics, materials science, and more. He also played an important role in repairing and maintaining the complex systems of the Soviet space stations, demonstrating his technical expertise and resourcefulness. One of the most challenging moments of Lyakhov's space career came during the Salyut 7 mission in 1985. The crew had to deal with a major emergency when the space station's solar panels failed to deploy, leaving them without power. Lyakhov and his crewmate, Alexander Alexandrov, were able to manually deploy the panels, a difficult and dangerous task that required a spacewalk. Their quick thinking and skillful execution helped to save the mission and earned them both widespread recognition. In recognition of his achievements, Lyakhov was awarded numerous honors and awards both during and after his space career. In addition to the Hero of the Soviet Union and Order of Lenin medals, he received the Order of the October Revolution, the Order of the Red Banner of Labor, and many others. Vladimir Lyakhov's life and career exemplify the best qualities of the Soviet space program, including dedication, technical expertise, and a willingness to take on difficult challenges in pursuit of scientific knowledge and exploration. Vladimir Lyakhov was born on July 20, 1941, in Zhev, a small town in western Russia. After completing high school, he enrolled in the Kachin Military Aviation School, where he trained as a fighter pilot. In 1967, Lyakhov was selected as a cosmonaut candidate by the Soviet space program. He completed his basic training in 1969 and went on to specialize in spacecraft piloting and orbital mechanics. Lyakhov's first spaceflight mission, Soyuz 32, was a milestone for both the Soviet Union and Poland, as it was the first joint mission between the two countries. The mission lasted for 8 days and included a range of scientific experiments related to medicine, biology, and physics. Throughout his career, Lyakhov flew on a total of 5 space missions and spent a total of 333 days in space, making him one of the most experienced Soviet cosmonauts of his time. He also served as a backup crew member for several missions, demonstrating his commitment to the Soviet space program and his willingness to support his fellow cosmonauts. After retiring from the Soviet space program in 1992, Lyakhov continued to work in the aerospace industry, including as the director of the Cosmonaut Training Center in Star City. He passed away on April 19, 2018, at the age of 76. Lyakhov's contributions to the Soviet space program in the field of human spaceflight were significant, and his legacy continues to inspire future generations of astronauts and space explorers. In addition to his spaceflight and aviation accomplishments, Vladimir Lyakhov was also known for his humility and dedication to his work. He was often described as a quiet and unassuming individual who preferred to let his achievements speak for themselves. Despite his many accomplishments, Lyakhov remained committed to his family and was known for his love of spending time with his grandchildren. He was also an avid traveler and enjoyed exploring new cultures and experiences. Lyakhov's contributions to the Soviet space program were not limited to his own spaceflight missions. He also played an important role in training and mentoring younger cosmonauts, sharing his expertise and experience to help prepare the next generation of space explorers. Throughout his career, Lyakhov remained committed to the values of teamwork and collaboration, recognizing that the success of any space mission depended on the contributions of everyone involved. His dedication and professionalism continue to serve as an inspiration to those who follow in his footsteps. In recognition of his many achievements, Vladimir Lyakhov received numerous honors and awards, including the Hero of the Soviet Union, the Order of Lenin, and the Order of the Red Banner of Labor. Today, he is remembered as a pioneering figure in the history of human spaceflight and a symbol of the courage, dedication, and sacrifice of the cosmonauts who helped to push the boundaries of human exploration. One of the defining moments of Vladimir Lyakhov's space career came during the Soyuz T-9 mission in 1983. Lyakov and his crewmate, Alexander Pavlovich Alexandrov, spent more than 3 months on board the Soviet space station Salyut 7, setting a new endurance record for a Soviet crew. During their stay, they conducted a wide range of experiments in fields such as space medicine, materials science, and astrophysics, contributing significantly to our understanding of the effects of long-duration spaceflight on the human body. Lyakhov's experience and expertise were also critical during the Salyut 7 mission in 1985, when the crew was faced with a major emergency. The space station's solar panels failed to deploy, leaving them without power. Lyakov and Alexandrov had to perform a complex and dangerous spacewalk to manually deploy the panels, a task that required them to work in zero gravity while wearing bulky spacesuits. Despite the challenges, they were able to successfully complete the repair, demonstrating their skill and resourcefulness in a high-pressure situation. Lyakhov's other spaceflight missions included Soyuz 32 in 1979, Soyuz T-6 in 1982, Soyuz TM-6 in 1988, and Soyuz TM-7 in 1988-89. In total, he spent more than 333 days in space, and his contributions to the Soviet space program helped pave the way for future missions and discoveries. In addition to his spaceflight achievements, Lyakov was also an accomplished pilot and aeronautical engineer. He worked on several important aviation projects, including the development of the Tupolev Tu-144 supersonic transport plane. Today, Vladimir Lyakhov's legacy continues to inspire new generations of cosmonauts and space explorers. His dedication to teamwork, his technical expertise, and his willingness to take on difficult challenges in pursuit of scientific knowledge and exploration serve as a model for all those who seek to push the boundaries of human achievement. Vladimir Lyakhov's contributions to the Soviet space program extended beyond his own spaceflight missions. He was also involved in the development of several important space technologies and served in a number of leadership roles within the cosmonaut training program. In the early 1990s, Lyakov was appointed as the director of the Yuri Gagarin Cosmonaut Training Center in Star City, a position he held until his retirement in 1993. In this role, he was responsible for overseeing the training of new cosmonauts and ensuring that they were well prepared for the challenges of spaceflight. Throughout his career, Lyakov was known for his dedication to safety and his commitment to the highest standards of professionalism. He was a vocal advocate for the use of reliable and well-tested equipment in spaceflight, recognizing the importance of avoiding unnecessary risks. Lyakov was also involved in the development of several important space technologies, including the docking and rendezvous systems used by the Soviet Union's manned spacecraft. He was a key member of the team that developed the Androgynous Peripheral Attach System, a PAS, a highly reliable docking mechanism that allowed for the secure attachment of spacecraft in orbit. In recognition of his many achievements, Vladimir Lyakov received numerous honors and awards, including the title of Hero of the Soviet Union, the country's highest civilian award. He also received the Order of Lenin and the Order of the Red Banner of Labor, among other honors. Lyakhov's dedication to space exploration and his many contributions to the Soviet space program continue to inspire new generations of cosmonauts and space scientists. He was a true pioneer in the field of human spaceflight and a symbol of the courage, dedication, and professionalism of those who work to advance our understanding of the universe.